The Notre Dame Fighting Irish come in to the playoffs real hot. This is one of the hottest teams in the country. You can say the what? Are you a Notre Dame fan, Mike?
No.
No.
I'm a patriot.
No.
I love America, and I will not stand for the warfare that they have been placing against our armed services.
I mean, you've been backing them for the past
because
3 weeks.
Notre Dame just beat the shit out of Army and Navy.
Yeah,
fair enough. We're doing a series right now. Obviously, is this team a legit contender? Yes or no? I want to start this one.
Bang.
Because I think it's been a running joke on the show for the last, for a while now, that I always get preseason a little too excited about Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Because I look at their roster, I'm like, their offensive and defensive lines always have NFL guys on them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're putting in, the Kyron Williams, who's the safety? Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like, they're putting in legit top-end NFL talent year after year, but for some reason, they just keep underperforming in college.
Yeah.
This year's not that. They're 11-1 this year, and I think they're 100% a legit contender. I'll tell you why. It's one of the only teams in college football that is a top 10 defense and a top 10 offense in college football. Top 10 scoring offense, top 10 scoring defense, meaning, least points allowed per game.
Both sides are ranked 3 in the nation.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yep.
Absolutely unbelievable. And also, not just total offense, rushing offense as well. Jeremiah Love, absolutely legit. I think in these playoffs, I'd actually have him as 2 or 3 overall as running back. I'm not going to put anyone above Genty, but I don't really consider Boise a legit contender. I really like the running backs Ohio State has, but they really haven't produced this season.
Scatterbo.
I was going to say,
Scatterbo.
So it's tough on those teams. I'm excited to see those running backs play the college football defenses, because I've watched, Jeremiah Love just do some freakish Olympic hurdles and shit every single week. I think he's going to be a day one or week 2 starter in the NFL. I think he's that type of running back.
Saquon-esque.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that far, but I really, really am sold on this Notre Dame team. I think they can move the ball. They score a shitload of points, and they just don't let other teams score. The bad, obviously, NIU lost, the worst loss of any team in the college football playoffs. They can drop a dud. So that's what I see about this team is usually they're really, really good. They can drop a dud, so maybe they could be a team to drop a game in the first round, like to an Indiana. We're going to talk about that game, I know, in a different episode. And their passing offense, it's okay. Riley Leonard's really not known for that, but he's a really good running quarterback. As far as a contender, I think they can handle business in the first round. They play a Georgia team without their starting quarterback. If they can find a way to get past Georgia, I love them to go to the championship. Absolutely love them to go to the championship. They'll play the winner of the Penn State-Boise State game. So I love the juice you're getting with Notre Dame betting it. I really don't think their path is that hard. Obviously, the Georgia is the big bottleneck, but Carson Beck's not playing. This is a backup quarterback in a neutral site. So I do like Notre Dame's chances.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see Notre Dame is the same way, unfortunately, I see Texas. When you play teams all year and get these high stats on defense and offense of teams that just aren't good, in my opinion, it was unfortunate with their schedule. They had a lot of teams that maybe were supposed to be good.
It was supposed to be a much more difficult schedule.
And it went to shit really quickly, unfortunately for them. I mean, obviously it didn't matter at the end of the year, but from my point of view, unfortunately for them, nothing's really impressed me. They score a lot of points. When you're a good rushing offense, that high power ranked, you're gonna run over everyone you play, especially if they're not good. And I never thought
their O-line's a problem.
Yeah, and I never exactly. It's what Michigan used to do. Before they won the Natty, it was their running game was so good, but they lose all the time once they get into those juggernaut games.
Sure.
And I just think that this Notre Dame team, I still have to get proven something. I think Indiana's gonna be ready to go in that game. I think their offense is gonna surprise Notre Dame. I think it's gonna be the best offense they face all year, in my opinion, by a long shot. Just spreading the ball out and good coaching. It's going to be tough for Notre Dame. I mean, the way they're made is perfect for the playoffs. I like a team.
That's why I think they're a contender.
I like a team that can run the ball a lot, but I know for a fact this is the playoffs, and they have a route with no walks. They have in my opinion, a no walk route.
I will talk about the first game, I think.
I'm saying some people might think it. I don't think there's a Boise State, Arizona State type walk, or even SMU on the fringe. So I think that this is the type of game where Riley Leonard's gonna have to step up. You're not gonna get out coached. Who's the coach of Indiana?
Kurt Signetti.
I think he won Coach of the Year, and he's just not. I thought he did.
Hell yeah, Kurt Cignetti, go Hoosiers! Bang!
This isn't a Hoosiers conversation.
Go Hoosiers!
But like, I think a good coach is not just going to let you run all over. They're going to game plan. They're going to make Riley Leonard beat you down the field. And I just don't. I haven't seen Riley Leonard do it once in my life.
Shout out Bo Collins.
Yeah, Bo Collins. I just think Notre Dame's going to have to prove it to me. So I'm going to have to wait to see. But they are a powerhouse on offense. Defense, I still have to see them play an offensive team, like really built in, especially a good quarterback.
So probably not.
Probably, I'm going to say not a contender.
Okay. I want to end with you. Because
Okay,
I know you have strong
sure.
opinions on Notre Dame.
I mean,
Mario, contender or no here?
they're a terroristic organization.
No, I know. That's
but,
why I'm
I mean,
saving you
not
for
gonna
last.
say
Jesus
Yeah, that's
Christ.
why I'm saving you for last.
that. I mean, they're
Whoa,
domestic.
whoa, whoa.
Mike,
They're domestic terrorists.
Mike,
Just saying.
We just,
Come on, watch us.
Okay. As far as Notre Dame, they are.
I tried.
Yeah, no, you can't stop them.
Right.
They're not contenders. And when I say a team's not a contender, it doesn't mean they're not a good team.
It means they can't win the
I
Natty.
agree. They're not, I agree.
So like Ohio State was fringe for me. I still think Ohio State's a really good team. I think Notre Dame's much worse, and yeah, they're not a contender. This is kind of what Ryan said. I mean, they're so one dimensional. This is a team that if they ever am not and I can't speak right now are not effective running the ball, I'm not going to believe in Riley Leonard throwing the ball. Like it's just like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
That got you worked up. That was an all-time.
No,
I've never heard you so flabbergasted.
No, because I was just like thinking so much about this team, and I was like, I have so much to say. This offense, I agree with Ryan. They didn't really play that good of teams, so like their stats are going to be, in my opinion, a little bit inflated. They do have a tough match against Georgia. I know we're going to talk about that.
If they win against Indiana, yeah.
Well, I mean.
Come on. Hey.
No, I mean, I've said
Come
what I
on.
said.
Keep it above board, bro. Keep it above board. Keep it above board. Damn.
And I'm actually not really. I'm curious about this Notre Dame defense. I'm really curious, especially when they'd have to when
That's what I'm excited for the
their
most.
corners have to like guard the pass. I'm curious, like if they get in one-on-one matchups, how good these guys really are, because a lot of times this Notre Dame pass rush is pressured quarterbacks, and they haven't gone against the best O lines, so maybe it rushes the quarterback.
Yeah.
If they go against a good O line and all of a sudden that quarterback has time to pass on these Notre Dame DBs, I'm really curious how good this defense is, because I don't know. They look a little bit susceptible, and if I don't think there's a team that can really out physical them running the ball, but we saw against NIU, like that was a team that straight up only ran the ball, maybe passed the ball 8 times the entire game, which Notre Dame also did.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame had no answer. So, like you said, we've seen them fail in big spots before, and Notre Dame every season in a big spot
Disappoints. Yeah.
always just comes up and chokes. I don't think it's going to happen round 1, but if it did, it would be storybook.
Yeah.
It'd be beautiful.
All right, Mike.
No, I mean,
It's your time to shine.
It's
You've
your time.
labeled them terrorists. You labeled them enemies of the military, enemy of the state.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you guys kind of took the thunder out of my struck, because I was going to.
I'll let it slide.
I was going to analogize and analyze.
I need a definition.
I was going
of
to use an
analyze.
analogy to reference Notre Dame, and
Yeah.
so Notre Dame is similar to a torpedo, or actually more similar to like a low orbit missile.
Maybe like a drone.
No, not drone.
Seen a couple of those lately.
Shout out New Jersey.
Shout out New Jersey, but no, they're actually more like warfare or militaristic gophers. They stick very much to the ground.
Yeah.
They don't
love the
like to
ground
go.
game.
They love the ground game. They
love the
don't
ground
like going in the air. If you keep them in the air, they're probably gonna just get all discombobulated. Riley Leonard doesn't know how to throw the ball, and he only knows how to, throw it every 1 out of 25 plays.
He doesn't know how to
or
throw.
so.
He just knows how to throw it occasionally.
1 out of every 25. But all right, this
Crazy stat.
This conversation is not going to be about Riley Leonard or Notre Dame's offense.
You brought up both those things.
Yeah, but it's not going to be about that for this conversation. It's going to be about their defense, all right,
Okay.
buddy?
Oh, yeah. Step up.
All right, buddy. So here's the thing:
Why
is
are you
that
adjusting?
relax.
Getting excited
Yeah.
about torpedoes.
So the thing about the Fighting Irish, the reason why they're not going to be contenders for this national championship this year is because
It's a firm grip.
theoretically,
Okay.
in theory, if they were
Hasn't
to,
started.
Theoretically, in theory.
Nothing's been said yet.
Theorized from you.
I'm sorry,
Correct.
it's Michael time. Please,
Yes, go ahead.
respect
It's
me.
always
Go ahead.
Michael
Floor is
time.
yours.
So theoretically, even if they were to make it to a natty, the national championship game, there is in no possible way that they're going to be facing a team that doesn't have an extremely efficient and powerful run game, which is actually, not even surprisingly, their worst weakness and their biggest gap in their defense. Yeah. And so while I actually do trust their secondary to a probably larger extent than yourself and Mario's self,
Yeah.
I don't trust their ground defensive wall. They are not China. They cannot keep out the invaders.
They're not the Great Wall.
No, they're
They're
not
like
the
our
Great
border.
Wall. Yes, extremely porous.
Under Kamala and Biden's
Extremely
administration,
porous. And so
the
I
rapists,
believe
the murderers.
So I believe that if they were to get to any national championship game, because the left side is so filled with a prominent rushing offense, I don't think
the left side.
that the left side of the bracket, brother. Stay with me here.
Stay with it.
me.
You got to be weaving and weaving.
Because of that, I no longer believe that Notre Dame is a possible contender.
I feel like they have to be.
Wild.
This
Wild
college.
way
But I feel like they have to be a contender because you just pretty much put them in a national championship and started arguing the other side.
No. You just,
This is a wild way to just hold the.
Okay,
mic.
also, besides the fact that I don't think that they would be able to beat anybody off the left side of the bracket,
Yeah.
I also don't
They're
think
in
they
the
would.
right side, Mike.
I listen to me.
If they go to the natty,
No, you're hearing them, but you're not listening.
That's a bar.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So the right side is also filled with not all of them, but
Some of
enough teams that would be able to expose and open the gap in their defense. You feel me?
I do not actually. I actually will not be feeling you.
Mike.
All right. Well, I tried.
Was it
Can't
that,
say I
oh,
didn't
that's
try.
So not a contender is what
That's
you're
it.
heading at.
That was how
Not
we
a
finished it.
contender.
Yeah, I thought you
They
got
don't
that.
fill your gaps, so they're not a contender.
Well, that's disgusting and
Whoa, what
not
are you
family
thinking?
friendly.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
literally repeating
You just
exactly
said
what
exactly
you
what you said.
Oh yeah. Yes.
said. Bang.
Okay, well,
No.
Mike says they're not a contender if they can't fill those holes. And
What?
so I guess we're kind of split on this one. We can go either direction.
splitting it.
Yeah, you guys got to see performative art right there. That was as good as it gets.
That was
I was
beautiful.
trying to
That's
give
top of the line.
I was trying to give an effective argument.
It was great.
You guys were mocking me the whole time,
No.
and yet I
Definitely-
still
I was trying to understand.
No,
I still
understood you. I understood.
pursued.
We're trying to learn, Mike.
No, you
This
definitely
is the classroom.
you definitely did something there.
No.
Notre Dame, are they a contender? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what
Fight
you think.
those Irish.
Yeah,
Go America, baby. Stay a patriot.
there you have it.
Let's go. Caw, caw, America.